Hello everyone, welcome back, and here is part 2 of my Kago To Torii analysis. So, we left off with me talking about Inko and how her name means parakeet and how it also means relationship where one is caged needs to be freed. So, I gave my thoughts about that. And I really want to talk also about Inko's mom. So, we only know a few things about Inko's mom. First of all, we know that she wants her to stay in her room no matter what, especially at night. Now, this could either be because her mom wants to keep her safe from all the spirits and crap that are in her house, but that seems very unlikely. So, the second meaning that I think is her name is or not like her name, but like her mom is her mom seems pretty bad. Like when you approach her mom's yukata in like their parents' room, like Ingo looks at it and she's like, "Oh, that's what like mother wears," and she looks really scary in it. Like what the heck? A child really shouldn't think that their mom or that their parent looks scary. That's just wrong. So like we have that. Another thing that I think is that um ooh, spoilers, not I'm kidding. Another thing that I think is that Inko's mom has something to do with the spirits that are showing up. Some which seem malevolent, some which look benevolent. The benevolent or good spirits seem to be like the one that we encountered at the end of the demo. This one on the left hand side. I'm not really sure if you can see the mouse, but this one. So this looks like a will-o-wisp, not the Pokemon will-o-wisp which I have on the right with 9 tails. Really good artwork, by the way. But like a will-o-wisp, as in a hitodama, which is the Japanese will-o-wisp, which was just a human soul that took the shape of a ball of fire. That's what it like really looks like to me. So something I don't know. It looks like Inko's mom might have something to do with all the spirits that have been showing up, and we saw Inko free or let one of them rest peacefully, the one that at the end of the game. So I don't know if maybe Inko's mom trying to do something with them, and that's why she doesn't want her to interfere, or I don't know. Anyways, so this is a Tero Bozu, and they're like weather charms. So you make them by like balling up some like tissue or paper towels and surrounding it by another one to make it look like a little ghost. You can also use a ping pong ball to have like a rounder head, and you can like draw eyes and a smile on them, and then you basically hang them by your window, and they're supposed to like be charms for good weather. Now, if you want it to rain, you can turn them upside down. That works too. I don't know, just something fun. I don't know if you guys didn't know about it. I've made them before. I think they were pretty cool. So then we have the crow or the raven. So I wasn't really satisfied with like what I saw with Suzume, like her albino raven. One sec. Because like albinos usually in mythology are seen as cursed. Because albinos back in the day, everybody's just like, what the hell? Why are they like so pale? Why are their eyes like that color? So albinos in mythology have like a very negative connotation. So then, but in very few mythologies, albinos have been like seers. They like prophesize and tell the future. So another thing that I found out in like Japanese mythology with like ravens and crows was Yatagarasu, and he's the three-legged crow, and he's a symbol for the sun. Because the sun goddess Amaterasu sometimes took the shape of a crow, and and another one that I found was something about him leading some great emperor hero to some land. I don't know. But on the left you have Yatagarasu with the Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is banned because of some stupid infinite loop. And then right here we have Amaterasu, the sun goddess herself. Well, also from Okami. Ooh, great game, by the way. So other than, like these, so I found like these for like ravens and stuff. And then I also found a few other things that I just thought might be interesting to mention. So other like really famous ravens in mythology are Odin's two ravens, and from like Germanic/North mythology. So his two ravens were Odin's eyes and ears, his thoughts and memories. They like fly around and like spy for him, send messages, etc. Then on the right hand side we have Babd. Sorry if I mispronounce it. Babd, and she is a goddess that's actually three goddesses in one from Celtic mythology. And like the three sisters, when they come together and like fuse, they become her. And she's like death, warfare, and the battlegrounds. That's like usually when they saw her. Very interesting. In English mythology, um, in the Tower of London, they built in six ravens, and they said that as long as the ravens stood there, England would not fall. But if the ravens ever fell, the kingdom of England itself would fall. Just something interesting to mention. And another thing that I just thought would be cool to mention to you guys was the like the ravens in North American natives mythology. And so like the raven in the North American natives mythology was like really cool. He like no there's like two of them that are actually just one raven. Um, and so like one of them created the world, and he had two forms. Within one of them, he brought light into the darkness. It's a very famous story about how the world was really dark. And the great chief, he had like the sun in a box, and he kept it inside his house, so his house would be like lit up and warm. And then his other form is actually very relevant to that story, because his other form is that of a trickster. So what the raven did is he turned himself into a pine needle, and he made himself get swallowed by the chief's daughter. Eventually, she gave birth to a child, which was the raven in human form. Eventually, the raven, he was like sneaking around as a kid. He found the sun, and then he turned into a raven and threw him up into the sky. So there you have it, my analysis on a lot of the things on Kago To Torii. That obviously isn't everything in this game. This game looks like it's very, very rich in lore, mythology, and other things, such as symbolism. But that's really all I had time to look up. So again, I highly recommend you guys download this. I'll leave the links in the description below. A big hand to everyone over at DraxCore and New Way for the game, because everything looks amazing, and I really look forward to playing the game in January, if that's when it comes out. So there you have it. My next playthrough will be one of Stray Cat Crossing by Fridge Games. Give me a second, I want to just play the trailer for you guys, because I think it's really